the last segment of Lawyers on Art weekly live streaming program. This morning, I will be your host, Jerome Uneje. Our discussion this morning is on women's rights and the festive season. First, this topic, we'll have to look at it looking around women's human rights and the festive season. Why is it important to have this discussion this very period? First, we have to look at women human rights. What are women human rights? At first, I used to think that women human rights and human rights, they are the same thing. But I got to understand that women human rights, or human rights basically, are those freedoms and benefits that are accrued to all human beings. But women rights, as the topic states, are those rights that are entitled, or women are entitled to, all over the world. Let me take that again. Women rights are the rights and entitlements that are claimed for women all over the world. Women and girls, let's not forget about girls, women and girls all over the world. And these rights are the rights that are being championed by women rights movements in the 19th century, and also the feminist movement during the 20th century. And of course, those rights are the rights that are institutionalized by law, local custom, and even behaviors of the people within certain communities or societies. Those rights that are commonly associated with the opinion of women's rights are as follows. I noted some down. One is the right to bodily integrity and autonomy. To be free from sexual violence. Women have that right to be free from sexual violence. And also the right to vote. The right to vote. 4, the right to hold a public office, that is a position in the government. To enter into legal contracts. And also the right to have equal rights in fact that accrue to women under women's rights, as a right to fair wages or equal pay. As a woman who is working in the same organization or even in different organizations, they need to be paid equal wages, just like the men. And another right is right to reproduction. You have the right to reproduce. Either you are buying in the name of your husband, or even in your families, when fathers give out their inheritance to their children, the women or the female children are not considered as part of their inheritance. Only the male are considered for such privileges. And also the right to education. We have right to be educated to whatever level we want to, as a girl child, as a woman. Whenever the privilege is there for men to be sent to school, women also should be sent to school. So these are some of the rights that are being inherent according to the UN women, the conventions that were gotten from all the conferences that were held. I know 3 conferences were held notably. One was held in Mexico City in 1975, and another in Kenya in 1985, and then the Belgium in 1995. And of course, We all know that the convention, or the instrument, the international instrument that captures all of these rights, is that convention that is most prominent and important of all, which is called the Convention of the Elimination of All Forms of Violence Against Women, CEDAW, of 1979. So all of these are the rights enshrined in that convention, and the right that every woman should enjoy and benefit. No woman should be excluded from these rights. And then today we want to look at the reason why this very topic is important during this festive season. This is a season of celebration, a season to feast within our communities all over the world. Christmas is a season that people are given vacations, holidays to go and celebrate. Others migrate from other countries where they are to return back to their home, their ancestral lands, to celebrate with their people. And of course, most families, those who work very far away from home, they return back to their immediate families to celebrate, to rejoice because of this season. But first of all, we need to look at why this season or period of celebration is important. First of all, this is a time we feel that everybody needs to rejoice, needs to be given gifts. In fact, charity should be shown to everyone. We show love to one another within our communities. So that is why this time, most families, we know that it won't be easy, since all fingers are not equal. I know most homes now, instead of spouses or partners to reason in peace, in harmony, everyone's reasoning now will be very high, because we all need to celebrate Christmas. We all need good things. We need good clothes. We need shoes. We need to provide for our children in this season. So every parent, every guardian will be looking out for how to scout for their children. And that is why this season, we need to bring up this very topic so that every woman will know their rights. And as a man of the house, if you do not have to provide for your family in this season, you don't need to show it through violent means, like beating your wife to understand that you don't have to provide. You need to talk your wife to understanding that in this season, you don't have to provide that very amount or to that extent that she is expecting of you. For instance, if Mama Ada and Papa Ada are in the same house, and of course Mama Ada is expecting that Papa Ada should give like 50,000 for Christmas, maybe for Christmas food, just to buy condiments and or rice, whatever it is meant for, and Baba Ada does not give up to that amount, maybe he gives like 20,000. Then if Mama Ada complains, Papa Ada shouldn't beat her up because she is talking about money or complaining about the money that won't be enough. If your children cries to you and your wife supports, oh, my husband, we haven't bought shoes for our children, clothes, they need clothes. No, she shouldn't become a punching bag in this season because you don't have to provide. You all need to settle this amicably, by word, by communication. Make her understand by words of your mouth. Communicate, reason with her. The message that should come shouldn't be by your hand, but by talking with her. And also, in this season, we'll have young girls that would want to dress the way they feel be what they want, the way that fits them, the way they will come out and feel good with themselves. Girls, of course, we do that a lot. As young girls, as women, there are kind of clothes that you want to wear and you feel real good. Yes, this is me. And then somebody looks at you. Maybe the male counterpart looks at you and then begin to call you names which are not appropriate. So in this season, we want women, maybe because that girl that I'm talking about might be too seductive for that man or that guy out there, and if you know this is not the right thing and they begin to call names, these things are wrong. So we need to just keep it low in this season. We need to use our head instead of our mouth. We need to think straight in this season. We don't need to go out there and drink too much, especially the male, drink to stupor. Because this season is a season where most people will feel, even the young ones, will feel that it's a season where I can go out and don't explain to my parents where I'm going to or whom I'm visiting. You can just go out with friends and get drunk. And of course, in this season, most people whose minds are corrupt, they'll be looking for a way out to just blame it on others. Or maybe a young girl and a guy goes out and the guy feels he has bought one or two things for the girl because it's a season to actually show love and give gifts. And then you feel for that reason, that girl should just submit to you or should give that thing which she really do not want to give. You don't have to force her because she has the right. She has the right to her body, bodily integrity and autonomy. She decides what happens to her, not you. So in this season, I just want to say that our girls and our women should just be careful. Be careful how to approach people. Be careful how to go out. Even the women, though you have all the rights in the world as enshrined in those instruments, but then we should also have that emotional intelligence. Know when to speak and when not to. Know where to go to. Be sensitive. Have it at the back of your mind that not everybody have good minds, especially in this season. Most people have been lying there quiet, waiting for the right time. The right time to approach you, the right time they will feel, oh yes, I've been coming to you all this while, but you've been turning me down. This gift should be enough. I think all of this, if we put it into consideration, it will help us in this festive season. And I also want to say to our young girls that in no account in this season should we get drunk to the extent of getting tipsy or to that stupor level where our friends, people whom we think are friends, especially the male counterparts, will have that opportunity to do whatever they want with us. We should learn how to carry ourselves, even in this season, because sometimes when such things are done to you, not everybody speaks up. Take rape for instance. Most people who are raped, they hardly come out to disclose to others that they are raped because of stigma. So in this season, we just need to be careful where we go to, whom we go to see, and where we go to see these people. Because we might be forced. As a girl, you might be forced. And after the deed is done, such people, before they bring them to book, they must have run away or they are hidden somewhere that we don't know. So I just want to use this medium to give this little advice to us. Thank you. I want to say that from Lawyer Salat, this is our last segment of our live streaming presentation for this year. And I hope that on the other side of the year 2020, we'll still have your presence with us. And so from me to you is a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Thank you for joining us.